recording right now. Go ahead, over.
Great, very nice. Well, it's good to meet you again here, Joel. It's the loud signals coming from Guam as usual, and I don't believe you're remote today. And the name here is Brent, Bravo Romeo Echo November Tango, and the call is Victor Echo 7, Sierra November Charlie. And my home QTH is a place called Fort St. John, which is in the northeastern corner of British Columbia, Canada. And we're about three-quarters of the way up the province of British Columbia, very close to the Alberta border. And back to you, Whiskey Hotel number 2 X-ray from Victor Echo 7, Sierra November Charlie.
Okay, very well, Brent. And up to this moment, I'm still recording, and you will see probably tonight or tomorrow morning. I will upload this in YouTube. Very good signal. Still solid copy. Victor Echo 7, Sugar Nancy Charlie. This is Whiskey Hotel 2 X-ray in Guam. Back to you.
Well, the interesting thing is, I think I just heard an African station coming in. It must be long past, and a little bit off the long pass here for me also. But I'm quite sure I could just hear a African station in there. So maybe the band is going to start opening up long pass for me into Africa. I know this time of the year it's usually fairly decent. And I've talked to a friend of mine over there quite a few times, Volker. He just changed his call. I think it's Zulu Sierra number 6 Yankee. It used to be a 3, or maybe I got that backwards. But yeah, I've talked to him a few times, talking to the VKs from this area, which is about 240 degrees to 250 degrees. And once in a while we get lucky and get a very good path into Africa over the South Pole there, Joel. Joel. Here, I'll try and say your name right. In Canada here, they call it Joel. But over there, it's pronounced Joel, I believe. Whiskey Hotel number 2 X-ray, Victor Echo 7, Sierra November Charlie.
Yeah, Victor Echo 7, Sugar Norway Charlie. This is Whiskey Hotel 2 X-ray in Guam returning. Yeah, Brand, extend my regards to Walker. It's been a while. I haven't worked with this station. I know he's moving. And did he already put up his stepper antenna?
I do believe so. I've heard him on 15 and on 20, although I haven't heard him in the last couple of months, but I believe the move has been done, and he's got the new call. And I can't remember. I think he used to be a 3, now he's a 6, because he threw me off because he was calling me one night. And his call, the only difference was the number because of the different location, but other than that, everything was the same.
Okay, good. That's good because I know he was using the Spider Beam, and but he acquired the antenna from the station who silent key on their side, and he got a pretty good deal with the antenna. And I want to hear because I know he's always booming with his Spider Beam antenna. And I want to hear the comparison between the Spider Beam and the stepper antenna, QSL.
Yeah, it would be really fantastic to actually have them both operational at the same time to get a better feel for it, because propagation seems to change around so much that it's hard to compare unless you have them both there and ready to work with the same rig. I know there was a guy in the U.S. there that used to do that quite a bit. He was on there, and he had 3 different types of beams. He had a quad, I believe. I think he had a Yankee. And what was the other one? A bigger Yankee or something like that. And he used to do reports all the time. And it was quite fantastic to listen to sometimes, because some places in different parts of the world would give them a completely different report than than other places. So some beams with a different takeoff angle was working better in some places than others. So I don't think there's any great big advantage over most of them, but I don't know. I prefer the beam myself, but I've never used the quad. I've worked a few stations that were running quads that are very loud. There's actually one Russian fellow that I've talked to a couple of times. He only runs 50 or 70 watts, and man, oh man, he just smokes everybody out of the water. And I think he has either a 6 or 7 element quad, and that thing, I'll tell you, it works very well, Joel.
Yeah, Victor Echo 7, Sugar Nancy Charlie, Whiskey Hotel 2 X-ray Guam. Yeah, I know. Because a friend of mine in San Diego, he's using a 4-element Yagi. Especially if the propagation is starting to go down. I can still hear him, but the other guys, I couldn't hear them anymore. I think that's the number one advantage of the using a quad antenna. I know there's one guy there in Canada. He's using a 4/4 quad antenna. Or
I don't even know who that would be. What's his first three letters?